U.S. Army drone downed by Russian fighter jet in Black Sea airspace, tensions rise between nations. Could a new Cold War be brewing? Russia and China team up to challenge AUKUS with a powerful anti-AUKUS axis. Russian fighter jet destroys U.S. drone in dangerous mid-air collision. Is war with Russia imminent? Could a new Cold War be brewing? Is war Russia and USA imminent? Let's answer on these questions in this video. Ukrainian Air Force comment on incident with American UAV in Black Sea. The United States will evaluate an occurrence involving a U.S. Army MQ-9 Reaper surveillance attack, unmanned aerial vehicle, and a Russian Su-27 aircraft, while another drone is already functioning at the location of the brought-down reconnaissance UAV. Source: Yuri Ianat, representative for Air Force Command of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, during the national 24/7 transmission and in a discussion with Ukrainska Pravda. Quote, American aircraft are consistently present in the Black Sea vicinity. The Black Sea is not an internal sea within Russia, as they have taken over the Sea of Azov and regard it as their own. Numerous nations, including NATO members Turkey and Romania, use the Black Sea. There is a global airspace where planes can move uninhibitedly, including surveillance. It is evident what the terrorist country is up to, with what proclivities. The United States should provide an account of the occurrence first, and they will certainly reach appropriate conclusions. Furthermore, the reaction of the states was immediate. Another unmanned aerial vehicle took over and carried on with its task. Details: in the interview with UP, Ianat clarified that the incident occurred in the global airspace southeast of Zmyany, Snake Island. He added that the Russians have frequently emphasized publicly that they are irritated by American spies in the Black Sea and Ukrainian airspace. Ianat explained that during the hybrid hostility of the Russian Federation, well before the full-scale intrusion, U.S. unmanned aerial vehicles watched over the Black Sea waters and the demarcation line with the temporarily possessed area of Ukraine. As per the Air Force representative, the MQ-4 Global Hawk was formerly present in Ukraine's airspace with approval from Ukrainian authorities. It observed the situation, monitored compliance with the ceasefire, and other relevant matters. The U.S. also employs surveillance planes, such as the RC-135 and H-10 Poseidon, in the Black Sea to monitor the situation and support stability and NATO partners in the area. The Russian Ministry of Defense declared on Tuesday evening that their Su-27 fighter jets had no involvement in the American MQ-9 Reaper UAV's collision in the Black Sea, stating that it had approached the annexed Crimea and was flying illegally. In response to the Russian Su-27 and U.S. Reaper drone crash, the United States summoned Russian Ambassador Anatoly Antonov. Buckle up. China may propose new anti-AUKUS military alliance very soon. Once the public has access to the fundamental details of the trilateral Australia-UK-US AUKUS partnership, it is possible that a competing Russia-China bilateral undersea partnership could emerge as a response. The proposed anti-AUKUS axis from China, involving Russia trading submarine technology for military assistance, both rebuffs AUKUS and solves critical issues for both countries. The proliferation of Russia's nuclear submarine know-how, which Russian leader Vladimir Putin has thus far refused to trade away, presents a genuine risk of complicating the West's security framework in the Indo-Pacific, while Chinese military aid could create challenges for Ukraine. If Iran were included in a rival anti-AUKUS trilateral partnership, the proliferation of Russian nuclear-powered submarine technology could spread chaos well beyond the Indo-Pacific and into the Middle East and Europe. China's diplomatic response to AUKUS is becoming increasingly clear. Less than 24 hours after the AUKUS announcement, it was reported that Chinese President Xi Jinping is planning to visit Russia and meet with Putin as early as next week. There are also reportedly plans for a visit to Iran. AUKUS, which is clearly aimed at China and provides the UK with a lifeline to build more submarines to secure the North Atlantic, could be appealing to Putin, a martial arts enthusiast, as an attempt at a judo-like diplomatic reversal. China's diplomats, along with China's new Russian-affiliated defense minister Li Shangfu, would be pleased to trade for Russian undersea technologies. Li, who was sanctioned by the US for obtaining advanced Russian weapons for China, knows exactly what China needs from Russia's deteriorating military arsenal. All of the components are in place for an unprecedented technology transfer agreement. With China about to host new undersea assets and supporting visits by both US and UK nuclear-powered submarines at the HMAS Sterling Strategic Western Australia base near Perth, China needs modern nuclear submarine technology right away. The Chinese Navy is struggling undersea with their newest nuclear subs, the Shan class, Type 093, attack submarine, and the Jin class, Type 094, ballistic missile submarines, being noisier than Russia's Cold War-era Akula I-class and Oscar II-class nuclear subs. To put China's poor technical performance in perspective, the first Akula was commissioned by Russia in 1984, and the first Oscar II entered service in 1986. For China, the timing couldn't be better. With China's industrial base prepared for a rapid submarine buildup, an infusion of new Russian submarine technology is all China needs to start an undersea arms race. Australian press reports from November 2022 warned that the dry docks at China's nuclear submarine facility at Liaoning, Liaoning Province, show increased activity. New construction halls are primed. Another dry dock is ready to go. Adding Iran may prove challenging, but with Iran already supporting Russia's war effort by supplying drones and other aid, adding a junior Middle Eastern partner to Russia and China's no-limits bilateral partnership provides Putin and Xi with opportunities to further destabilize the existing Middle East geopolitical order. On Tuesday, the U.S. Pentagon reported that a Russian Su-27 fighter jet had collided with a U.S. Reaper drone in international airspace above the Black Sea, leading to the loss of the American aircraft. The Russian jet, along with another Su-27, had conducted an unsafe and unprofessional intercept of the Reaper, including dropping fuel on the drone and flying in front of it in an environmentally unsound manner. The MQ-9 Reaper was on a reconnaissance mission when the incident took place, with the Su-27 jet hitting the propeller of the drone at approximately 7:03 a.m. Central European Time, 6:03 GMT. The U.S. European Command noted that the incident demonstrates a lack of competence in addition to being unsafe and unprofessional. U.S. Air Force's Europe Commander, General James B. Hecker, called the Russian action unsafe and unprofessional and warned that such incidents could lead to crashes. President Joe Biden was informed of the matter by National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. The White House maintained that the U.S. would continue to conduct aerial missions in the region despite the incident. The Pentagon stated that such dangerous actions by Russian pilots while interacting with U.S. and allied aircraft over international airspace have been a recurring pattern, and these actions increase the risks of unintended escalation and miscalculation.